Hello guys, welcome back to the LeetCode SQL 50 series. So today we are with the next problem in the advanced select and grouping section. So the problem is triangle judgment, LeetCode 610. Okay. So this is an easy level problem, guys. Okay, and if you see on a see the problem also on a high level, it is very small. Okay, small description for the problem. Okay. So we have been given with a uh, triangle table. Okay, the table name is the triangle, and we have been in that table we have three columns, and they are namely x, y and z, which are of type integer. So all the three columns are of type ints, and they're saying that in SQL xyz, right, the group xyz is the primary key column for this table. Cool. Each row of this table contains the lengths of the three line segments. Cool. Report for every three line segments whether they can form a triangle or not, and return the result table in any order. And yeah, so very easy problem, guys. So I hope you remember the if you are not aware of this particular, like, what you need to do, right? So basically they're saying that this is a table and triangle table, and this xyz are the columns, and they represent the lengths of the triangle. Okay, so we have been given with the the lengths. Okay, the lengths of the every side of the triangle. And if you remember, right, so we have been given with the lengths, and we need to determine if that particular triangle which are having that length, if all these line segments form a triangle or not. Okay, we need to just determine that. Okay, so if you right, so if you see this example, 13, 50 and 30, 10, 20 and 15, very small test case, and you can see that 13, 50 and 30, the triangle is not, it cannot be formed, and 10, 20, 15 it is able to form. And guys, note here, they have not given any explanation. Okay, so in such type of cases, then you are booked if you do not know what is the logic behind this. Okay, so basically this is a this is a high school level, I guess, right? So in your high school level, there should be some triangles chapter, and if you're not aware, right, so please brush up your skills, or solve lead code problems. Okay, it will tell you what are the essential and what are the repeated, or what the interviewers ask. Okay, only that particular mathematical topics only you refresh it or revise it again. Okay, so so if you don't remember this, so we have this triangle inequality theorem. Okay, so it is simple, guys. Okay, there is no such proofs or anything like how we have proved in our school days or college days. Okay, so we just need to know the idea behind it. Okay, and we do not need any proofs or all. Okay, so guys, what this triangle inequality theorem says is, see, we have been given a triangle, and this is the x, y and z are nothing but the, right, these are nothing but the lengths of the sides. Okay, so it is nothing but the length of this particular side. And right, so what this triangle inequality theorem says is, if you take the sum of any two sides, okay, if you take the sum of any two sides of a triangle, then the sum should be greater than the third side. Okay, very simple right now, guys. And it is also pretty general common sense kind of stuff. Okay, so just see this, guys. Okay, so we have been given with the lengths, right? So we have all these xyz are the lengths of the triangle, and that particular theorem, the triangle inequality theorem, it just states that if you take the sum of any two sides, okay, be it either x or y, right, be it either x or y or z, right now, guys, and x or z. Okay, so these three are the possible cases right now, guys. And if you take the sum of these two lengths, then obviously it should be greater than the third side. Yes, na, guys. So if you take, it is common sense, right, na, guys. So if you add this particular length, right, so these two lengths should be definitely greater than this particular length. Yes, na, guys. So x plus y, if you take, it should be greater than z, and also this is and condition, guys. So if all these conditions satisfy, right, and y plus z should be greater than x, and x plus z should be greater than y. So if all these conditions satisfy, then I can say that x, y and z form a triangle. Okay, so basically if they have been given if they have given explanation, then it would be very easy problem. So that is why they've not provided it. So it is always a good habit to solve problems on LeetCode, so that you can brush up your mathematical mathematical problems, right, mathematical concepts which are used in interviews and in your competitive exams, right? So this is the thing, is very easy problem. So you, for solving this problem, you need to know about this concept, right? So this is nothing but, you can, if you don't know also, you can just think logically, guys, right? So how we can think as we have been given a triangle, and they're saying that they have given the length sides of this, right? So it is very hard, but it is very hard, but it is okay, guys. You can try to think logically, and you may be coming up with this particular solution. Okay, so in maths they have termed this as the triangle inequality theorem. Okay, so if you are not sure, you can go through this particular topic. Okay, so I've tried to explain it in a very simple manner, but if you're not sure, you can go and check it out. Okay, so now let's just get into the code, right? Let us write the SQL code. So I hope you have understood, guys, right? So for this particular, if you take this particular example, right? So if you take the 13 and 15, you add up both these two things, guys, it is 28, right now, guys. So 28 should be greater than the third side, but 28 is not greater than the 30, so that is why it is a no. Okay, so definitely all three cases should be matched, right? So 28, first case only, right, the sum of xy is only less than z, so definitely it will not form a triangle. And if you take the second example, 10 and 20, 30 is greater than z, so we'll go to the next side, y and z. So 20 and 15, that is 35, it is greater than 10, so yes. And then the next combination, that is x and z, 10 and 15 will form 25, and it is greater than 20. So all three conditions have been matched, right? So all are satisfied. So that is why these three uh, lengths form a triangle. Okay, so simple problem, guys. Let us not waste any much time, right? So let us write the code quickly. So we'll start from table triangle. Okay, from table triangle. So now uh, we need to write cases, guys, or I think we need to also output the triangle, if it can form a triangle or not. So in that case, we will be using a case when statement. Okay, so if you are using MySQL or any other language, you can go through the equivalent of case when statement. I think MySQL has I if statement. Okay, so you can go through those things, guys. You can search on the internet, and you can find out the better equivalent of case when. Okay, so okay, very sorry. So I'll be selecting columns x, y, z. Yes, now, guys, I need all these columns x, y and z. And now I'll be selecting I need a case when statement. Okay, I need to check, right? I need to check if it forms a triangle or not. So I'll start with case when x plus x plus y should be greater than z. So this is one condition, right? So case when x plus y is greater than z, and one more combination is y plus z should be greater than x, and x plus z must be greater than y. Okay, so the sum of any two sides of the triangle should be greater than the third side. Okay, so x plus y greater than z, y plus z greater than x, and x plus z greater than y. Okay, so if all these conditions satisfy, then I can say that this is a triangle. Okay, then yes. Okay, what should be the columns value? Then yes. Okay, so if it doesn't satisfy, okay, so case when uh, this particular happens, then this yes. Okay, Otherwise, else I'll just say no. Okay, no will be the value, and I'll just say end as alias. I'll give the column name as triangle. Okay, so that's it, guys. Let me let me run it on this sample test case, and let me check if it runs fine. Okay, so we have got an error. So let me just check where. Yeah, so here. Okay, so I forgot to keep a comma. Yeah, table or view doesn't exist. I'm very sorry, again I'm making so many mistakes. Triangle. Is taking so much time. Yeah, so it has passed. So it has passed, guys. Both the current output and the expected output are matching. So let us now submit it and see if it is working for all the backend test cases. So yes, guys, it has passed, right? So it has passed, and let us see if there are any other better solutions. Okay, and this is also the same solution as us. Okay, so I don't know like which language they have used. Yeah, they are using Oracle only, I think, because I also have the same comment, right? So this is the same, very pretty much the same solution. Let us see, let us try, and yeah, so mostly all are in Oracle only. And let me check if I can find any new solution. And no, I am only getting PL SQL. Only these queries only are coming up. Yeah, everybody has used case when only. Yeah, I think cool. I think yeah, I think everybody has used case when only. I think so. We cannot do it with if. Okay, so you can go through this, guys. If you can, if you have any other solutions, right? So please do drop down. Put it in the comment box. Okay. So that's it, guys. That's it from this problem. I hope you have understood, right? So it is nothing but the triangle inequality theorem you need to know. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's it from this problem, and I'll meet you in the next problem. Until then, thanks for watching this video and happy learning.